let's just see what it does. Let's just see what it does. Again, this is a pretty basic showing up.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Oh, he gets, okay, wait, hold on, because he's gonna get overheat, I believe, right here. Yeah, so he,
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
all right, so Enjin is the character that I'm mostly interested in from this batch of characters, right? The Gachiakuta collab. I'm mostly interested in him. I think they actually might have made a very good all-rounder character here. So obviously Rudo, Rio, and Zanka are also a part of here. I think Zanka is going to be a very good overall unit too, because he's a backline human support. Rio, she definitely has a spot on, you know, on the human team for sure. I think you definitely might be able to get away with her without, you know, pulling her if you don't have her. And then Rio, it looks like he's just going to be a very good overall tank. So I actually think that this batch of characters is pretty good. Now with Enjin in particular, they made him a light type, which is huge, because that means he won't be restricted to any content that, you know, basically restricts colors and or needs certain colors. He'll be outside of the color cycle. So that's going to be very, very big for Enjin here, because he's going to be able to be ran in some of these like difficult pieces of content. Now, again, he is a human character, so he does need human allies, right? He definitely needs human allies. But you definitely are going to get a lot of usage out of him. He's going to be the DPS unit here. I do like him. I like him. We're going to look at his skills real quick, and then we're going to take him into just a little short piece of content. I'm going to take him into Bellmoth. I know Bellmoth, but there are a lot of units actually that have 2 melee skills, so you can just ignore his ranged skill resistance, because both of his skills are melee. So that's why I'm going to take him in there, kind of be like a little light showcase of what he can do. I'm still getting these characters maxed out, stuff like that. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's look at his skills real quick. So we have the Spinning Slicer. This will inflict ignition damage equal to 200% of attack on one enemy. That's 5 times pierce rate, 100% damage increase while drive or overheat is active. And then on rank 3, it'll do 500%. So that's good. His rank, or his skill 2, Noxious Blitz. On we'll skip the rank 1 and rank 2. We'll just go to rank 3. Rank 3, Severance, 3 times pierce rate, 3 times crit chance increase, and then he increases damage dealt by half of his pierce rate. Very good AoE skill, I think. I think it is going to do a lot of damage. I think so. And then since I'm 1 out of 6, he will give himself a 100% pierce rate increase for 2 turns. He'll inflict Severance, 3 times pierce, 3 times crit chance, and then, you know, damage dealt, half a pierce rate on all enemies. So his ultimate being an AoE is very good. His second skill being an AoE is very good. We'll see how good he'll be in terms of like you know, difficult content and stuff like that. So passive skill, Leader of Akuta. So he increases human allies basic stats by 6%. He will then increase pierce rate by 20% for each one participating in battle. So that is crazy. If all 4 of your units are on the field, that is an 80% increase to pierce rate. So any human character that has pierce rate in their skills, they are going to be getting so much from our guy Enjin here. Very good. So then he gains Unbreaker, which will increase his attack related stats by 30%, and then his pierce rate by 80%. And then also it upgrades when you defeat an enemy, and then it only happens once. So then it upgrades Unbreaker by 10%. So very good, very good. So he also has a revive, but his recovery rate decreases by 50%, which, I mean, okay, like, sure. He won't heal up a lot. So if he actually does die, it's not like he's going to heal a lot after the revive. That's the only thing. But if he has good lifesteal, let's check his lifesteal stat, 20.9%. I mean, if you get get lifesteal from attack related stats buffs, that's going to be pretty good. Remember, 30% attack related stats buff. So even with his recovery rate decreased, you'll still be able to heal depending on how much damage you do. So it's not like the end of the world or anything like that. Okay, so then at the end of the ally's turn or the enemy's turn, or when a human ally uses a skill during your turn, the hero gains drive. Drive gives him 80% pierce rate, which stacks 3 times. So that's 240% goddamn pierce rate. This monster. So that's Jesus Christ. And then he inflicts overheat, inflicts additional damage equal to 70% of the hero's attack on all enemies, decreases their attack related stats by 30% for 2 turns at the start of the enemy's turn. So he gets this overheat whenever he's at max stats for his drive, okay? So keep that in mind. And then he removes all his drive effects once overheat is done. So very, very good. I have his Holy Relic here. His Holy Relic is basically just gonna be for his overheat skill. So once you get overheat, he should do very good damage. But okay, I yapped enough. Let's go ahead and let's go into Bellmoth. Okay guys, so this is what I'm running for the Bellmoth run. We have Enjin, we have LR Escanor, we have Nas, and then we have Prince Sigurd in the back. Each of these guys are giving us support. Escanor, Nas, and Sigurd, we should be seeing a pretty good amount of basic stat increase. I wish that's another thing that they can do, by the way, to Grand Cross, another quality of life change. They can make it to where you can actually see their skills when they're like you can't see the skill. So unless I'm crazy, but yeah, you have to like do it's weird. So hopefully they do it, but we should be getting a pretty sizable amount of support here from Sigurd with his backline support, with Nas with his own backline support, increasing the basic stats, stuff like that. We should be good. We should be good. I'm gonna go ahead. I think for this, the equipment, I guess I should show that too. So for Enjin, I think for equipment, I'm gonna go with attack crit. For the attack pieces, I'm actually might put pierce rate, seeing that's how they want to push it. And then for this, I might actually do crit defense for him when it comes to we'll see. For now, I'll switch into an attack crit set that I already have built. Who has one? A good one. I guess we can do Escanor and Merlin since they have 13%, stats and everything. He's not gonna get the pierce, but he should still be fairly good, right? He should still be fairly good. We're gonna do a solo. This is why I think that, by the way, Enjin is gonna be a very good character for stuff like this. This is just one example, but you could take him into, I'm sure he'll be good in Demonic Beast. I'm sure all of them will be. The only thing about the collab, do they have a way to remove debuffs? I can't remember. They're all doing so much. I legitimately can't remember. But are they doing anything with 59 damage? Calm down, Bellmoth. Calm down, Bellmoth. Chill. All right. So let's see. We'll go ahead and do this so that way, I believe Nas, he gives us a basic stats buff for every time he uses a recovery skill, right? Okay, yeah. So we'll get the 5% increase right there from Nas. What are we looking like for our basic stats? Not bad. We have pretty good attack. What are we looking like for the Pierce? Let me check that quick. So for Pierce, we're at 394. Okay, so let's do this skill. Let's just see what it does. Again, this is a pretty basic showing up. Okay. I mean, okay, so he did have drive. We got to remember he did have drive because he was getting hit. So his pierce rate should be lower. 335. That's still pretty. His attack is high. All right, let me see what. Okay, so we saw the AoE on Bellmoth. Let me see what his ignition does. Oh, he's immune to range, so we can't even use Cruel Sun. Damn. Okay, let's let's see what this does right here. How much damage are we? That's still pretty good. Okay. Wow. I mean, he also has Graham's like, okay. I wish we could put burn on him because burn will make him take even more damage. But let's see what I can do with his ult, because his ult does pierce. Let me see how much pierce he has. He should have lower pierce, right? Or even higher pierce. I mean, he does have all his stacks of drive. How much damage is this gonna hit? How much damage is his ult gonna hit for? Let me see. Okay. 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 Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Okay, wait. I mean, he doesn't. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Bellmoth doesn't have a damage cap, so we did see that without damage cap. I don't want people to think that, you know, that's what I'm expecting from every piece of content that I play. But I mean, oh, I can't. Can I cook this real quick? Complete now. Let's just complete it now. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I want to see what he does with pierce rate food. Let me. So that's gonna give him an extra 20%. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. We're going to see what he does with pierce rate food, and then I'll end the video. But, okay. Okay. All right, Enjin. Jesus Christ. I'm going to also check out Rio, too, once I get her super awakened and everything like that. Okay, so he has two flames on him from Escanor. That's going to be even more patient. Okay. I just want to see the damage that he does is really good. So if an enemy does not have damage cap, I mean, okay. All right. So we'll get 2 stacks of Nas. So instead of 5% pierce, we'll actually have or not pierce, 10% basic stats, and then we have 414. Oh my god. All right, we do have pierce food on. I got to remember that. All right, that's 3 times pierce. Okay, so this is 5 times pierce, but he might not crit. So let's see. Okay. Oh, he gets... Okay, wait, hold on. Because he's going to get overheat, I believe, right here. Yeah, so he... Okay, so he hit for 1.2 million. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to just assume that he's gonna just straight up... Yeah, he's gonna be a demon for I think he's gonna be a pretty good option for everything. No? Like, am I crazy? Like, for everything, he's just gonna be a crazy option. Cause his like, so when's the last time? I don't even know when the last time Pierce meta like was relevant. I don't know, but it's because of his Pierce that he does so much damage. And this the funniest part about this is that this isn't even with his full setup. That's crazy. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it quits here. Pretty good, pretty good unit.